I'm back. What's up, everyone? It's me, Nicole Young, and today I am back with yet another video. Today, I'm going to be talking about how to stay motivated when you're learning how to code. I get it. It is difficult and sometimes it's really confusing and hard to stick to it, but I'm going to give you a few of my strategies and tactics that I've been using to keep at it and to stay motivated so that I can continue to make progress as I'm learning. All right, let's get started. So today I have just 4 things that you can start doing that I have done that has really helped me to stay motivated, to stick to the habit of learning, and to really make a lot of progress in my coding skills and abilities. So the first one is to schedule a reoccurring appointment with yourself to learn how to code. Now, I have mentioned this in my All You Need to Code video, which I will link somewhere at the top of this video, but I definitely think that me setting an appointment for myself on my calendar, one that I stayed committed to not breaking, was a big reason why I started to see more progress in my coding and how I started to spend less time trying to remember the things that I was learning and more time building on top of what it was that I was learning. My advice for you is to pick a time and write it down and put it on your calendar for when and where and how long you will be coding each day. In the book Atomic Habits by James Clear, the author outlines how you can build stronger habits and get rid of old ones by just using some simple, small tactics. And he mentions that something as simple as writing down when, where, and how you will be doing a particular habit helps to eliminate the burden of making the decision in the moment and helps you to just focus on actually doing whatever the habit is. So what I've done is I said that every morning at 8 a.m. for at least 3 hours, I will sit at my desk and code. And I've even gone as far as going into each day and putting exactly what I would be learning in that day. And that has helped me to not have to worry or waste any time thinking about what I should learn or what resources I need to have or where I'm gonna go or any of that. Like, everything is set up the way it needs to be on my desk, and all I have to worry about is showing up. The second thing that I would suggest is to try project-based learning. So I've only known about project-based learning for maybe about a couple of months now, but when I switched my process from the way I used to learn, which is just taking a ton of information in and just trying to regurgitate it when I need it, to project-based learning, which is learning by practice, by taking actual projects, real world projects, and working at them to learn the skills that you need. And project-based learning makes learning in general a lot more interesting. When you are learning how to program, you need the skills of understanding how to work through problems and how to figure out how to debug things. And you're gonna learn from the mistakes that you make trying to reach an actual destination instead of just taking in a ton of information and then hoping that you remember it later on down the line. What I would suggest is when you look for resources, try to find ones that are focused on teaching through practice, teaching through giving you actual real world examples, real apps that you have to build, real things that you have to create through code. And not only does that keep you motivated because you have a destination that you are actually trying to get to, you know the way it needs to work, you know the way it needs to look, and you're trying to work on coding it so that it looks and works the way it's supposed to. The next piece of advice I have for you is to only focus on one specific skill or task at a time. If it is that you are trying to build a project, then build that project and make sure that everything that you Google, every resource that you use, every question that you ask is geared around trying to get you from point A to point B of finishing that project. Don't try to be like me and how I was in the beginning and try to learn multiple different languages and frameworks, trying to learn multiple things at a time, because like I said, I mean, programming is so difficult. Trying to multitask while you learn is only going to hinder you and make it a lot harder and take a lot more time for you to actually start to grasp that information. Like I mentioned in some of my other videos, figuring out your focus and your direction is only going to be an asset for you. Keep it simple. And going along with that, my last tip is to start small and to build from there. Programming isn't something that you have to be a genius to do, but if you start out trying to do the biggest project right off the bat, sometimes it will make you feel like you're inept. So don't despise the small beginnings. Master the small stuff. Build a foundation in the basic skills, the syntax, the basic rules, and things that go along with that language. And simple things like the different elements of computational thinking, like for loops and if-else statements and arrays. If you don't know what those things are, it's going to be really difficult to build anything else. So just give yourself time to set that foundation, and I promise you it'll be a lot easier from there, and obviously a lot more rewarding. I hope those 4 tips are helpful to continue your journey in coding. If you did get anything from this video, please give it a thumbs up and let me know down in the comments what you're working on right now and if you'll take any of these strategies to help remotivate yourself. I'd love to learn about what you're working on and what you will be doing. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss another video. I upload new videos every week. As always, I'm Nicole Young, and I love you guys.